Hi everyone, I'm Kristi, and tonight around the campfire, I'd like to tell you the completely true story behind the song. Makes a great gift. Now, sometimes people think songwriters sit down with deep thoughts, profound emotions, and life-changing experiences. And sometimes they do. This was not one of those times. The creator of this channel was standing at the front end of a Home Depot during a normal workday when a display cart rolled past. On that cart were Carolina Reaper pepper plants, little starter plants, innocent-looking, green, harmless, or so they appeared. The plants were wrapped in clear cellophane, and right there on the label was the warning that these peppers can exceed 2 million Scoville units. For those who don't know, that's not a pepper. That's a biological event. That's the kind of heat level where people stop tasting food and start reconsidering every decision that led them to that moment. But then came the part that made Dave stop and laugh. Next to this collection of miniature thermonuclear devices was a sign that said something like, "Makes a perfect gift." A perfect gift. For who? Your best friend? Your worst enemy? Your cousin who says everything is too bland? Someone who borrowed your lawnmower and never returned it? The more he looked at that sign, the funnier it became. One of the other cashiers noticed him laughing and asked what was so funny. That's when an impromptu comedy routine began. The creator of this channel started explaining the concept of voluntarily buying what amounted to a tiny nuclear weapon disguised as a pepper plant and presenting it to someone with a smile. "Here you go, Bob. I saw this and thought of you." Meanwhile, Bob is one bite away from seeing through time. The entire thing was so ridiculous that the joke followed him home. Later that day, he shared the story with me, and I suggested something that has become surprisingly common around here. I said, "That sounds like a song." And honestly, it did. The idea was just too funny to ignore. Within a short time, the lyrics started coming together. The story practically wrote itself because the original situation was already comedy gold. That's one of the fun things about songwriting. Sometimes inspiration comes from history, mythology, mysteries, or philosophy. And sometimes inspiration comes from a garden center accidentally advertising gastrointestinal warfare as a thoughtful gift idea. The funny thing is that every word of the original story is true. The display was real, the sign was real, the laughter was real, the conversation was real. And eventually, the song became real too. So the next time you're shopping and you see a Carolina Reaper plant, sitting on a shelf with a cheerful little gift tag attached to it, just remember that somewhere out there is a song that exists. Because one cashier looked at that display and immediately recognized the potential for absolute chaos. Thanks for spending a few minutes around the campfire with me tonight. If you've ever had a funny real-life experience turn into a story, song, or creative project, let us know in the comments. We always appreciate your ideas and suggestions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to help our community grow. The fire never dies as long as people keep showing up. I'm Kristi, and I'll see you next time.